The US on Friday passed approvals of pending and future permits to export liquefied natural gas or LNG to non-free trade agreement countries, the biggest buyers of the US fuel, to allow the Department of Energy to review LNG climate impacts as announced by National Climate Advisor Ali Zaidi during a White House briefing.
The Biden-Harris administration is announcing a pause on pending applications to export liquefied natural gas to non-free trade agreement countries from here in the United States. The department's pause will remain in effect until the agency updates key economic and environmental analyses. The Department of Energy has said that it will focus on better understanding energy costs and the implications of future exports on energy costs for American consumers and manufacturers, on energy security for the United States here and around the world. Third, on greenhouse gas emissions, and in particular methane emissions, which we now know are more potent than previously understood. And also on the burden that export potentially places for the frontline communities where this gas is chilled, liquefied, and then exported. That's part of what this review is all about, is to understand what are the implications of LNG. We've started to learn more about leakage rates at different parts of the supply chain, upstream, midstream, downstream. We've started to learn a lot about what happens to LNG as it's chilled and then shipped overseas. We're also seeing major shifts in the demand for this product. What is it backing out on the other end? You think about a lot of our allies and partners who use that LNG today actually are on a trajectory to back out that demand, to replace it with things like clean energy and energy efficiency. So this will take all of those factors in and hopefully produce an answer that helps us answer this really important question. We have, I think, beat expectations in terms of our the speed and alacrity with which we've moved to be a forceful ally to folks facing down energy challenges, especially our partners in Europe. Just to rewind, in the right after the invasion, the Russian invasion, the U.S. and the EU got together. We launched a task force to focus on energy security, and what that looked at was short-term needs, medium-term, and long-term.
This pause in exports, a significant shift in energy policy by the Biden administration, is part of a broader strategy to update the U.S. approach to energy exports, taking into account the economic and environmental implications for both the American public and global partners. Environmental groups praised U.S. President Joe Biden's past approvals.
Being a mom of 6 children living in this community where my children have asthma and other skin conditions that they are battling every day, I know that these facilities are not in the public interest. Living in a community that smells like rotten eggs and chemicals, I know that these facilities are not in the public interest. But this pause is not just a minor achievement. It is a significant milestone. It sets the stage for potential rejections and slows down the progress of these projects.
Young people are the largest voting bloc in this country, and they vote for the issues that they care about. Climate is one of those top issues, and it needs to be seen that leaders are leading boldly and unapologetically to solve this crisis and take it seriously. That's what turns them out to vote.
I absolutely would dispute that. I think this administration could not be more serious about leaning in on climate and clean energy and environmental justice. Today is a big day. And we are all determined to keep up the fight, as I think you've heard loud and clear. And I am confident that this administration is too, and that they will continue to make more badly needed progress in a second term.
Biden said the pause sees the climate crisis for what it is, the existential threat of our time. But the companies waiting for US to greenlight licenses to export LNG say it introduces uncertainty in customers' view of US supplies and could lead to use of dirtier fossil fuels.